We also follow an open book management approach where everyone has access to all information from budgets to strategic decisions. This hybridic learning environment works incredibly well. Well, why? Because it reflects how modern businesses operate. It teaches flexibility, initiative, digital fluency, and most importantly, ownership. Over time, we have realized that the real challenge isn't delivering content, it's creating the right environment for learning. Nick?
Yes, the most effective strategy we have found is built on four core principles: open pedagogy, needs-based learning, learning by doing, and learning by creating value. Students explore the responsibilities of their assigned roles, select the business idea, and take full responsibility for the outcomes of their decisions. We emphasize the creation of products by the students themselves. At the same time, we apply the concept of learning by creating value and encouraging students to design products that have a real impact and meaning contributing to society. When these come together, students don't just learn about entrepreneurship, they become entrepreneurs. They develop an innovative mindset, and that's the real value of the JA experience.
Oh, wonderful. Thank you so much. I love how you mentioned learning by creating value. I think that can all resonate with everyone on this call today. So, Ariba, I would like to hand it over to you to talk about any of those specific teaching strategies or approach that you use to engage students.
All right, thank you so much. I'm just having some issues with the internet. I hope you can hear me.
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah, okay, great. So over here in Pakistan, the major problem that we faced is that many students are not really willing to take up business subjects. They feel and their parents feel that it's better to take up science subjects and more intelligent kids take science subjects. So they try avoid taking business subjects. So what JI has done for us is that this has made a platform for the students to take up business subjects so that they can get into this program and they get a real life opportunity to come and display their talents. So what we're doing is we have encouraged students to think of the real world problems and then work through that. And our teachers, besides there are other teachers on this JA platform and our school as well, who help the students to solve these problems. And what we are focusing with our students is to focus on poverty. We're trying that they bring up projects which will help with poverty and help people to overcome these problems and find solutions uh, in less money that or the money that they have and enjoy those facilities like the facilities that people with money are enjoying these days. So that's what we're trying. And with this program, when we tell the students that you'll be competing internationally, so they get excited, and this is really helpful for us. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ariba. I think both of your strategies, it's really clear that the student is the center of all your approach. And then all of those real world differences come between or from that student being the full focus. So keeping those strategies in mind, let's shift the perspectives just slightly. And let's hear from Paula from the JA Philippines. And as we know, the educators are leading the charge in classrooms. We also know that the JA staff play a vital role in supporting the educator for JA learning experiences. So, Paula, can you share just a little bit of how your role helps elevate these strategies and then helps support educators delivering meaningful learning experiences?
Okay, so thank you so much, Alison, for the question. As a national program manager of G Philippines, I see myself as not just a person who helped coordinate and complete programs, but as a partner in transformative mission of education. What I mean with this is with G Philippines and our strategy, we really believe that educators are amongst the most powerful change maker in our society. And that leads to our purpose to amplify their impact. Amplifying more impact for the educators means more impact to our programs as well. So we do these three words whenever we do programs. It's collaboration, contextualization, and empowering. For collaboration, every time that we have new programs, we make sure that we sit with educators first to listen and learn and build the programs with them and align it with their academic goals. In this way, there's a sense of ownership with the educators as well, making them feel that they are really part of the program, not just as an implementer. We also make sure that we understand through this collaboration the realities of the students and what they face every day. Together, we help design learning experiences that inspire curiosity, critical thinking, and real-world readiness. The second word is contextualization. This way, we are able to hear them and adjust our program to their local culture, community challenges, and industry need. So all of our program is not a one-size-fits-all type of program. We make sure that as we listen, we contextualize the programs based on what they need. Because education should not feel that they are disconnected with everyday life of the student, because it's very much connected with it. And through having the collaboration and tech contextualization, we are able to create relevant tools and practical applications that is very much relatable for teachers and students. And lastly, of course, our greatest mission is to empower educations and empower educators. We equip them with innovative resources, immersive training, and a strong network of support so they can confidently shape the next generation of leaders, our students and the youth, to be problem solvers and entrepreneurs. Because as I mentioned earlier, educators are really the most powerful change makers in our society. So at J Philippines, and my work is really focused on building this strong relationship, this strong partnership that help nurture potential and champion the lifelong influence of educator. Because together with our influence, our programs, we are not just preparing the students for being great, but also we are helping the teacher shape them. So basically, it's about collaborate, contextualize, and empowerment for educators.
Thank you so much, Paula. You have broken down a very complex topic into three really powerful words. So thank you for going through that. Our next question, we will go back to our educators. And as we know, every teaching journey is different, and the challenges you face can really vary depending on where you are at in the world. But one thing we know for sure, of course, is challenges in education are so widespread. So, Ariba, I'd like you to go first on this one. You're a little bit newer to our JA community and welcoming JA into your schools and your classrooms. So, can you share a specific challenge that you've encountered so far? And what solution did you try and what happened following that?
Allison, I think
Did we lose
Ariba may be
Ariba?
having, some technical
Okay.
difficulties.
Oh,
So maybe if you
It's,
want to turn to Anna or Paula.
yep, perfect. You know,
yeah.
it's, I guess, just part of the morning.
Can you hear me now?
Oh, yes, we can, Ariba.
Yeah. All right. Just because I'm having some technical issues, I would hand over to my other colleagues that we have on the panel. Is that all right?
Yes, that is fine.
All right. We have Temur with us, who's handling the JA program with me in school. So, Temur, would you like to answer this question?
Sure. Hi everyone, I'm Taimur. I work with Miss Ariba at SciCast Liberty Campus from Lahore, Pakistan, and I'm primarily the science teacher. And in response to the question that you've raised, a key difficulty that we felt this year, since we're new to the program, is that students came up with some very wide-ranging problem in the world around us. Like for instance, we have an environmental issue that every year in the winter we have extreme smog, which is smoke plus fog, leading to really bad AQI levels of environmental particles, like harmful particles in the air. Now, students would try to come up to solution with it, but what we really felt was the issue with topics like these is that students would really come up with problems. They're good at identifying the problems, but they sometimes fail to understand that if we do identify a problem, we should also be able to come to a viable solution that we can do from a business and scientific point of view in our daily lives. So then a lot of the times the ideas would fizzle out because the students realize that, okay, we're not quite there yet to solve that problem just yet. Another key problem that I felt like we faced this year is working with different socioeconomic groups. Oftentimes, well, our focus was try to come up with solutions that solve poverty. But sometimes what happens is that students belonging to some of the higher socioeconomic groups, they're unable to understand many of the problems. So getting them to learn the problems and then come up with solutions that are viable, that is something that we really had to work a lot on. And I feel like the projects that we're currently working on are very much try to inculcate that, trying to solve real world problems um, in a way that the lower strata of society can feel the benefits of them.
Wonderful. Thank you, Tamar, for jumping in and answering that. We'll now go to Anna with JA Greece. Now, you guys are the veterans here. You've had JA within your classrooms for quite a while. So I'm curious, what obstacles continue to come up and how have you guys evolved those over time?
Okay, thank you. So, of course, there are many, many challenges we can highlight. We can begin with the limited resources available at our school, institutional framework for student-run businesses in our country, which complicates the ability to make real sales, and our educational system itself, which focuses very much on university entrance examinations, Pan-Hellenic examinations, which demand a lot of studying on behalf of the students. They prepare them for a lot of testing, and it doesn't reward such initiatives as the one we practice with JA. However, we choose to focus on different things, like the management of both success and failure, especially considering that we are a school with numerous awards in the recent years. And by definition, it sets very high expectations for students entering the program. We believe that so far we have managed the situation very well. We teach our students that success is not just about the awards or recognition, but the value that they create and the personal growth they experience. We never ask them to win awards. From the very beginning, we make it very clear for them that building their own company is a challenging journey and a significant achievement. They don't need to win anything. This is a win by itself. And program alumni of our school share their experiences and highlight the unique opportunities that JAA programs offer to all participants, regardless of whatever they receive at the end, as a higher recognition maybe. So we have cultivated a culture of growth and resilience where failure is seen as a valuable part of learning, not something to fear or be afraid of. When things do not go as planned, we focus on the lessons learned and how to improve. We also celebrate small wins along the way, helping students build confidence and stay motivated.
Excellent. Thank you so much. I love how you connect with your students on you don't win anything, but the winning is the knowledge that you gain, the experiences that you're learning along the way. And I think with those challenges, no matter how long you've been teaching or where in the world you are, we know that overcoming challenges can often mean opening the doors for collaboration. You guys mentioned sometimes for the limited number of resources and so forth. So, Paula, I'm curious on your side, can you share how your work with educators can help strengthen the JA learning experience for students?
Okay, with that question, I'd like to give everyone an example of one of our biggest program in the Philippines. 8 years ago, we were tasked to to implement a program to 40,000 students. And at first, it sounds very difficult. How can we implement it? How can we monitor this? And this is the time where when we develop the with approach with the teachers. What we mean with this is we consider the teachers as our teammates in creating and developing the program. So we developed a system called the cluster head program, where in each of the locations of those 40,000 students has the teacher leaders within the schools that will help us monitor and implement the programs in those respective locations. So through their insights, through their help and evaluation and monitoring, from the program being part of just an extracurricular subject in the school, it's now part of the subjects. It's now integrated to mathematics and values education of those specific locations. And at the same time, since the teachers took initiatives and being leaders of the programs as well, we are able to institutionalize the program in the Department of Education's curriculum. And through this initiative, from 40,000 students, we are now implementing to almost 500,000 students every year for that specific programs, and was able to top at least 1 million students for the past 8 years. So it's really a matter of hearing them out, understanding their situation, so we can get to contextualize the right approach in each of the locations. Teachers are like the voices of those locations to help us promote, help us tweak the program based on what the students need. So basically, just like what we mentioned earlier, it's about collaborating, contextualizing, and empowering them to feel ownership of the program that we're doing together with them.
Wow, that is so true. And Paula, congratulations to you and your team. That's a significant increase in student reach. And I think it's all based on that philosophy, that collaboration, contextualization, and empowerment. And I'm seeing that a lot in the chat. So I think those are three huge takeaways from today's session. So thank you, Paula, once again. And as we are wrapping up our panel, I just want to end on a question that I think is personally very powerful. It's always that short question, but means so much. What is your why? So, with our why for our educators, why do you teach? So, we'll go to Greece for our educators there. Why do you teach?
Okay, my why is very simple. I teach economics in an educational system where entrepreneurship and innovation are nearly absent. That's why I see it as my mission to bring this concept to life for my students within a learning environment filled with joy and creativity, like the environment of JA programs. I'm going to inspire them with mindset suitable for business, to help them grow into job providers, not as job seekers. Since for many years I've been part of the JA family. It has helped me evolve both professionally and personally, and I've experienced some of the most meaningful moments of my teaching career. Every year, I watch students discover their voice, their ideas, their power, and their power. I'm deeply grateful to JA for giving me the chance to teach students that through entrepreneurship is about serving global vision of sustainable development and creating value for society. That's end, Kiki.
Okay, thank you. Well, I'm the English language teacher of the group, and my why has to do with a deep commitment to equipping students with the essential soft skills of the 21st century. We can name some of them, like communication, collaboration, critical thinking, just to name a few. Through JA programs, I have the opportunity to create real-world learning experiences that encourage students to use English in an authentic environment, not to get stuck only in the books and academic environment, but make it real, bring it to real life. So by engaging in these programs, students not only enhance their language proficiency, but they also develop confidence in applying their skills beyond the classroom. It's incredibly rewarding to witness them grow into innovative individuals ready to make meaningful contributions to their communities. And this is the main reason I'm so passionate about working with senior high school students in the context of JA, to inspire them and empower them to reach their full potential.
Well, I am a mathematician. Normally, I should not be interested at all in entrepreneurship and entrepreneurial education. But entrepreneurial education is a very modern concept and an effective educational framework. Why? Because it can support interdisciplinary connections among all topics in school curriculum, and this is recommended. It can bring up-to-date knowledge into schools that is usually very, very slow to be incorporated into the formal education system, and this is recommended. It can link the school to the real world and the society, which is also recommended. And it can provide the skills required by today's globalized environment, which is strongly recommended. Our job as educators is no longer just to teach in the traditional sense. It is also to create a learning environment in which students can achieve team working, learn through experience, and by creating value and develop their abilities and talents. All of this happens with no pressure and flows very, very naturally within the JA programs. Actually, we're taking down the traditional school and rebuilding it from the ground up based on the contemporary needs of students and society. That's why.
Wow, thank you so much for sharing your whys. So incredibly powerful. I just love this question. Next, I will go to Ariba. If you're not with us, maybe
All right,
Tamar.
I'm
Oh,
here.
perfect. Thanks, Ariba.
Thank you. All right. So as I teach accounting, and this becomes really boring for students because I want them to practice, and more practice. So I always enjoy accounting, and I loved teaching accounting as well. But these days I see that because now students are so used to watching these reels on phones, their Instagram, their TikToks, and all this, that their attention span is so less that they just want everything to be quick, 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 and they can't bear with 1.5 hours, a long period to just sit and do their questions. So I've been facing this problem a lot, that I need to make them attentive and do these questions. So Jay has helped me with this, that now that I tell them that practically, if we're making this income statement, this is going to help you out with your costing, and it'll help you how you're going to calculate your profit. So this is really connecting them with the subject, and their interest is developing, that yes, oh yeah. So I tell them that the important for you to know all these terms of the costing, and be it balance sheet or income statement, or any just gross profit, the trading account of the company. So they started taking interest, and they know that they it will approach And all this is not just studies, it's going to help us not our, a base, all these two.
And Ariba, we're losing you a little bit. I think we've lost Ariba. That's okay. I appreciate her sharing a little bit more. Paula, let's go to your why. Why, for you, why do you work at JA and what keeps you connected to the mission?
I am a JA student 10 years ago, and I can say that JA really opened up a lot of opportunity for me. From a very shy girl, now I'm confident to talk to activities like this, share my insights. So I want to bring this kind of opportunity and open doors to as much schools and as much students that I can. That's why I really love working with JA. I get to see who I am in the face of all new students every year. So it makes me feel connected to the roots on why I started in the first place. So it's about giving back and using as much influence as I can to open the same opportunity that JA opened up for me 10 years ago.
Oh, thank you so much, Paula. I love that. And hearing your whys are also truly inspiring. We have discovering your voice, your power, inspire, growth, creating a positive learning environment, giving back. All of those items I think can really truly resonate with everybody. So thank you all for really sharing that personal note on what is your why. Really a heartfelt thank you to all of our panelists today for sharing your insights, your challenges, your strategies. It's very clear that you are very passionate about education and, of course, the connection with JA. So we're going to pivot and I'm going to hand it over to my colleague, Aliza. And she is going to walk us through an interactive opportunity for our audience, a way for you all to connect and get involved. So, Aliza, over to you.
Hello, all. Thank you, all of our panelists for being here and sharing all these experiences and their passion for what they do from all their places, teachers, the staff. So it's amazing to see what you're doing with the students all over the world. So with no delays, I would like all of the audience, all of you here, to write in the chat, to join us and write in the chat what support, whether from your school, JA, or the system, has helped you thrive as a teacher. So would like to see here your comments. Please write them in the chat. What support, whether from your school, JA, or the system, has helped you thrive as a teacher? We have also the question in the chat, and we will read some of your responses. We are curious to see what was your force of. Don't be shy.
I know, Eliza, sometimes people need a little hot second, but while folks are kind of popping those things in the chat, I would really encourage you, honestly, you guys, to take a moment. This is the first time we've ever done something like this, where we've really engaged. JA has over 3,000 teachers from across the globe, which is in an insanely powerful number. So really taking a moment and honestly, hopefully some of you can turn on your cameras as Aliza reads out these amazing kind of comments in the chat, but taking a moment and taking a screenshot, if you will, because we've had internet challenges from folks across the globe, but that's because people are coming from everywhere. And I actually think that's what makes JA the best in the business, is that we're resilient. It doesn't matter if you had a tech challenge. It doesn't matter if you have high tech, low tech. You are truly resilient because you're reaching kids no matter where they are at any moment that they are across the globe, through whatever space and time that they need. You guys are there for the kids, and the teachers are the backbone of that. And truly, we could not do what we do without these teachers. So I just encourage everyone, if you could turn on your cameras for a minute, we'll take a cool screenshot at the end after Eliza reads out some of these comments. So thank you guys.
Thank you, Erin. You read my mind. I just wanted to take a moment. I know I've somehow coined the phrase of pausing and reflecting, but I can't say that enough and the value of this. This is really the first time that we've done this, and to bring together people with just that shared goal of every student matters. And how do we achieve that? I mean, from the whys that were shared by the teachers, you know, and I know everyone has a similar exchange, you know, in their mind. This has just been, you know, uplifting in a number of ways, but to have that power of connectivity and that collaboration and the network of teachers that we have, I think just cannot be understated. And to start the day for me with this group, knowing, you know, you're not alone, and how powerful that connection is really, really exciting. So I appreciate you mentioning that, because it just cannot be understated how profound this moment is for us. So thank you for that, Erin. Also a teacher. I don't know that anyone ever gives her enough credit for that. She is absolutely one of the best. I learn from every day. So Eliza, look at the populated section, and we have a couple more minutes. So give us a couple closing pieces here, and then Miriam, I don't want to interrupt your hosting duties. Thank you so much for all you do with us. It's really great. So Eliza, take it from there.
Thank you. It's so nice that we see all the voices, teachers, students, JA alumni, JA staff. So it's so nice to have all of these perspectives here in the chat. I can't read them all because the time it's not so much, but I will just take some of them. We have from Injas Bahrain, Lula. I'm not saying the surname. I can't. I'm sorry. I will mess up. I'm not a teacher, but the best support that we get from our teachers is providing their help and dedication, their time and space to support our kids. So to all our teachers out there, a big thank you for your support. We couldn't done it without you, and that's so true. We can't do it without you. You're our everything. Also, we have teachers say by using the material, it helps to promote that learning can be fun. This is from Sharon Maxime. We have also from Timur, JA has provided the platform to expand the minds of our students, to make them realize that they can solve real world problems. They just have to commit to bringing a change. So I think this is the meaning of our job, what we do here in JA, that we give opportunities to teachers and students to do their best, and thank you all of the supporters of JA and the JA staff for everything that you're doing. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Eliza, I think well said. Okay, my friends, because this is a historic moment in time, we've never done this before. Teachers gathered from across the globe, if you can indulge me and turn on your cameras from wherever you are. You know, Charles, I laughed when I saw I'm not a teacher. Yes, you are, Charles. Every one of us is a teacher. We all teach something to someone. So indulge me. We're going to take a little selfie because this is how it goes. So my friends, you're part of a historic moment. Turn on your cameras. You got 1, 2, 3. I see Daniel. I see Charlene. Oh, beautiful faces. Greta. You guys look amazing. Marta. We have 2 from Greece and Spain.
Hello.
Guys, you look stunning. More. Okay, we're doing it. Team teachers, staff, supporters, all the people. We could not do what we do without you all. So thank you so much. This is the first of many, many, many things that we will be doing for teachers, specifically as you guys are the backbone of everything that JA does. A huge thank you to Eliza and Stacy Feith and Emlyn and Allison braving through internet challenges. Truly, JA is resilient in every way. So a giant thank you to wherever you are for all that you do to reach young people everywhere. This is truly for you. So keep following on social media and keep connecting with us. We promise there's more to come. Have a great morning, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for
Have a
everything.
lovely day.